Hello, everyone, and a special thank you to Green International University for inviting me here today. My name is Amani Jannat, and I'm a 22-year-old sports climber. I have been winning the national championship of Pakistan for the last decade almost. I have accumulated almost 20 gold medals in the last 15 years of climbing and have represented my country internationally twice. Thank you. So when I first tell someone that I'm a climber, the first question they ask is, so do you climb mountains? And well, not exactly. So let me introduce you the sport that I really love. Sport climbing is an Olympic recognized sport as of 2020, and it is made up of 3 disciplines: spade, lead, and boulder. Speed is exactly what it sounds like. It's a vertical race. It's 2 climbers side by side on a 50-foot wall sprinting to the top. The route never changes. It's a standard wall. That means that we train on the same route and compete on the same route, and the fastest time wins. Secondly, lead. I think of lead as a long math equation. It's a complex, continuous, and demanding discipline. In this discipline, each round of a competition has a brand new route. So we climb on a 50-foot wall, clipping our rope into safety points as we go. And for each climb, we get 6 minutes and 1 attempt to complete it. When we fall, our score stops there. Finally, we have boulders. I love this one the most. This one is the most different as well. The most dynamic, short, but the most creative. It's like solving puzzles with your body. In each round of a competition, there are 4 unique boulders. And you get 4 minutes and unlimited attempts to solve each boulder. But you have to try to do it in the least possible attempts.
Continue.
So I started climbing when I was 8 years old. And back then, it was just something new, something exciting in town to do. And that little girl had no idea that one day she would wear Pakistan's color to the 2nd largest sporting stage of the world, the Asian Games. But she imagined and she hoped. I remember in my childhood, there was this one English assignment where we had to write our dream in life. And my answer was to be the national color holder. And to be honest, at that time, I did not grasp the magnitude of that phrase. But it was something that my father held in high esteem. There's this one Punjabi sher that my father repeats to us siblings. And I haven't memorized, of course, now. And the sher is, Mali da kam pani dena, bhar bhar mashkan paave. Malik da kam phal phul lana, lave ya na lave. And sometimes, वो फल फूल वो नहीं होगा जो आपको लग रहा होगा, पर आपकी मेहनत कभी ज़ाया नहीं जाएगी. And my whole life, I have believed in the message of this sher. I had this hunger for learning more about climbing. The rules, the techniques, how to set routes, how to climb lead, boulder, spade. When competitions would end, I would pester senior climbers to teach me more. When I was away from the wall, I would think of other things to climb, like my building, like my house, my basketball pool, or trees in the backyard. And I would draw routes on the paper and think of different possible moves in my head. And sometimes on the wall, I would try new things as well, like climbing blindfolded or climbing with one hand. I really had this love and this passion for this sport. So when winning in my own category became too easy, almost a guaranteed win, I wanted to challenge myself by competing with older girls. And the organizers were really confused because I was risking my win. But my parents always supported me because they wanted me to be better. They wanted me to take the harder route regardless of whether I won or not. So by age 12, I was competing with 18-year-olds. By age 15, I was competing in the open category and winning. And I believe the secret to my win was that I was training with the intention of learning, that I had this genuine love for this sport. I did not care about the medal, and neither did my parents, and I never had that pressure. So at age 18, I had this invitation to judge a youth competition. And there, DHA noticed my skills and my knowledge, and I had the honor of organizing 2 Pakistan-level competitions. And that was my chance. I took the initiative of introducing boulder and lead together in a Pakistani competition for the first time ever. And I had vowed to give other climbers the opportunities I lacked. And that's my mission, to give future climbers the resources and facilities I never got. I want to give other girls an example of what's possible. To be there when they need some support or guidance or encouragement. I remember when I was 12 years old, I had the privilege of meeting Sana Mir at a climbing competition where she was the chief guest. And she had this quiet strength and self-assurance and immense humility about her. And the Pakistani media had not done a great job of putting female sports in the spotlight that it deserved. But my parents had a great respect for it, and they often mentioned Sana Mir at home. So when I met her, I remember thinking, I want to be like her. And that's what motivates me every day, that I could possibly become an inspiration for some girl to pursue sports. And public speaking is one of the scariest things for me. But my brothers logic with me when I tell them that I'm really scared. And they say, wouldn't it be worth it if even one girl starts pursuing sports after hearing you? And it truly would be worth it, which is why I'm here today. Sometimes the future that we are working for will not even be witnessed by us. A seed that we plant now will benefit the generation after us. But that doesn't make it worth any less. And my journey as a female sports climber has not been the easiest. In Pakistan, sports is not just about the training. Being an athlete is not just about the sport. The institutions, the procedures, the funding, the society, they all determine your future. And Pakistan is not easy on its athletes, especially the female ones. And I have witnessed many of my fellow female climbers quit the sport very understandably because of its underdevelopment. And there have been many moments in my life when I have wanted to quit as well. But the thought that makes me stay is that there's still a lot to progress, a lot to change for future climbers. And the change doesn't happen overnight. And sometimes the change seems so stagnant. Your progress is almost invisible. But then you have to remember where you started from. And when I started, I didn't have a female coach. I did not have an example of a female national athlete representing Pakistan in climbing. But the next generation has it. So my message to the parents here is encourage your children to learn. Don't pressure them to win. Parents' support and pride can take a child places. And my message to all of you is, if you have the privilege of ability or knowledge or power, it's your responsibility to empower others and to be a beacon of hope. Thank you.